Are you having issues with customer reach and looking for a CRM that will help you keep organized? Well, I was always looking for a product that will help me spend less time trying to organize things and more time to focus on work. So I was so happy to find AI Table. With AI Table, I could have my project management right in there. I could also have my CRM. I could do customer reach and automate with Chatbox. The list goes on and on. I just want to dive in and show you all the features that AI Table has and see if it's right for you. So let's get started. So now I'm on the dashboard of AI Table, and you could see here I'm in the project management space. It's on the left navigation tab. So project management is where you're going to plan, you're going to track, and you're going to do complex project across the team. You have a task tab. You also have a Kanban board where you could see everything visually. And then you also have project. So if you go in your left navigation, you'll be able to see it here too. And the second one on the navigation would be your CRM, and this is your database. Your right here you have auto sales, and then all these here your database and visit records. So on top of the navigation, you're going to see where you could add all your data sheet, your new form, AI agent, your new automation, and if you want to do new folder or you want to import from Excel sheet. So I'm going to create a new folder here and I'm going to call it recipe. And I'm going to import, actually, I'll call it food. So you can stay organized with this. And then in here, I just want to import my Excel sheet. So it's a drag and drop, and I have a holiday meals sheet. So I'm just going to drag in, and it comes in very quickly. And once I'm in my sheet, you can see it has all my food, my ingredients, and I could insert a new record or I could hide the view. Once I click on this, you can see which view I could hide. I just simply click on the slider. Want to hide the ingredients, want to hide the amount, or I want to add back in, or I could hide all and show all. And I also have the filter too. I could filter by just all the food is green, or how about the food contains green? So green beans. So this is all the green that comes up. So I could add as many filter as I want. That's pretty neat. I could even group this too. And I could sort. I could pick a few what I want to sort by. And then row height. Also, I could find if my list gets really long. Comes in very handy. Also have a co-pilot over here. And here's some sample questions that you could ask. It shows you, what are the benefits of paid AI table, and you could read through this and you could ask anything about this. This is your co-pilot that would be very helpful if you ever get lost. You could look at a form view, and then you could also create a form from this view to be able to enter in a record. Like I don't want the mount. Let's say I want to hide that. So I don't want the mount in there. So I could click that slider, hide that. I don't want the website. Or maybe I'll put the mount. I don't want the website. And then I'm going to create my form. Click on the form, and I could create the form from this view, or I could highlight it and create from that too. So once I create the form, there you see it's in a form field like the food. I could enter in a new record, bacon, eggs, amount, or 2/3 cups, buy groceries. And then I could submit my form, and it says submit it right there. Go back to my holiday meals. You see my record is added in here. I could go back, and it reminds me I have a hidden field right there. Next, I want to show you how you could import the existing sheet again, and then we want to change the columns. You see that we previously worked on the food. Now we want to add in a new, and let's go into own brushes. I could change any column. For example, I could go here, I could edit my field settings, and I want this to be an image. I want to display some images. Type that in. Right, currently it's at long text, and I'm looking for attachments. And what's wonderful about this is that you could put multiple attachments in there, and you could also make this a required field. For now, I'm not going to. I'm just going to hit OK. And then I convert. And then there's the image. I'm going to hit plus sign. Okay, so now I have some images. I'm going to drag these 3 images in here, put it in, and wait for it to upload. Now there's a storage limitation of 100 gigabyte. And over here, I could also download all the images too. I'm going to X out. And as you can see, here are my images. So I could do gallery. So I'm going to click on gallery, and then you see my image pop up. You see here? Do more views. I could do a Kanban view, and I could toss the categories into different areas. Let's say I was doing a project management. I could do what's in progress, what's done, and just shift it around very easily too. And I could keep going on here, all these different possibilities. Form, I could do my calendar here, create the date field. See, you could insert it in another view here. Select that one. So the list goes on and on. And over here, I could add in all my contacts. I could invite people in. And I have template area. I could choose different templates from project management, sales, customers, marketing, product and design. There's many templates here. So I might want to pick this one, single project. And then you see there, it gives you a little description. It brings the deadline, stakeholder, and budget. And then you click on there, and there you go. You have your template. You could click on here, and then to use the template, hit OK. Down here, you have your setting, and I want to go over the permission area. So as you can see, you could assign your team members different permission. It will tell you the level of it, like edit view for space. File owner has everything, and then you got your manager. Then you have someone that can just edit, and then here, update only and read only. So depending on what the role is, you could set the permission. Then in organization here, you could add your team members. You invite in there. Then you have the role here. You could add a new role if you wanted to. Let's say public affair. Confirm here. And then you could add in your team member, and then you could rename or you could delete. And then that's your space admin. That's the person that has all the permission. And then your security, and then experimental feature of admins. And here you could have your quick search to find anything in here. So go back to my space here, and you could see that I could create a new space, or I could join somebody's space. Next, I want to show you the advanced tab. So in the advanced tab, you could actually do automation. You could make a widget. I'm going to try this one, and then I'm going to add new widget. And I want to do a chart of this, install. And then I have a little chart over here. Then I could go into the view again, to the grant chart. Then I choose all my colors here. For branding, I could customize the days, and then I could create a two-way link field. So this has a lot of possibilities here. There's so much that you could do. You can look through here, have a table, the summary right there. So it has like 18 records and it shows you over here. So if you want a quick visual, then the widget is great to have. And now I'm leaving my project management. I'm going to the simple CRM and we'll click on the auto sale dashboard and you could see a visual, a chart, and you have tables, you have everything here. And you could do full screen or you could add more widgets. And there's also a user guide that you could connect to. You could see here all the visual, and then here help you understand your needs, the form, and then you have your database over here, and then you have your visit records, and then you could export the data as XLSX or CSV. You have their file information, and similar to the other one, you could do the sorting by the fields, the row height. You could share again. You set your permission, and then you have your advanced autopilot. You could do an automation here. I just want to show you how to do an automation in here. So I'm going to click on CRM database, and what you can do is go into automation and then do new automation, and you add in a trigger. So you could do when form is submitted, you can do send an email, and then you fill in this all the password and all that. You fill that out to config, and then you also could write a message here, and you could also add in like a video too. I think you just put in the URL, and save this, or you could do send to Slack, confirm, and in here you could do name, email, and then I can put the slash, and I can get from the database right here, and I can link to it, do the slash, and then get from the database, and then email, and then hit save. Okay, so let's talk about prices. Currently, there is a deal on AppSumo for $49 for tier 1. Let's view the plan here. And you get lifetime access, which you don't have to pay any monthly fee for everything. You get right here unlimited dashboard, unlimited record, 50,000 record per data sheets. This is great, like 20 API. And then let's look down here to compare the 3 tiers. So you have all the features above, and then you have unlimited seats. So what it looks like is if you increase to tier 2, you get the numbers change. So you basically get the same, but the numbers change. And if you go to tier 3, you get more numbers. And let's go to 4. Yep, you get more. And then tier 5. So depending on how big your company is, then if you have a large company, then of course I suggest, maximize this. I am in tier 2. I probably would like to upgrade to tier 3 because it's very useful. There's so many different components to this. It's just not an Excel sheet. Before this, I would store all my sheets on Excel, on Google, and sometimes it's not very organized. In here, I could search. I have widgets. I could create charts from it. I can put multiple images in there too, and then I could turn those multiple images into a gallery. It's so easy. This thing just really makes my life so much better, my work life, and just collecting contacts and records and everything. I think that it's a winner. I definitely recommend you get it. And there's so many tutorials to watch too if you ever get lost. But I think that if you know Excel, then you would know this. It's intuitive. So thank you for watching, and let me know what your thoughts are on this deal, and see you in the next video.